Right, hello everyone. Welcome to section 2 of the non-verbal. So I'm going to go a little bit faster than I did yesterday, now that we're getting a bit used to these questions. So let's look now at section 2. This section is called odd one out. Find the figure in each row that is most unlike the other figures. So we go through the example always. We've got A here, which has got 6 parts, 3 black, 3 white. We've got B, which is 2 black, 2 white. C is the same, D is the same, E is the same. So this one is quite straightforward. We can see straight away that A is the odd one out because it has 6 sections, whereas the others have 4. So now what I'm going to do, like last time, is I'm going to scroll through the questions, and I want you to pause the screen, pause the recording, and have a go at answering. You can just write your answers down, A, B, C, D, or E, on a scrap of paper. So here are questions 1 to 3. So could you now pause the video and write down your answers for questions 1 to 3? Okay, well done. And now if you could do the same for questions 4, 5, and 6. Off you go. Great. And now we've got 7, 8, and 9. So just pause now while you answer the questions. Brilliant. And finally, question 10. Wonderful. Okay, so now that hopefully you've managed to answer, or at least have a go at answering the questions, we'll go through them together. So first we're going to look at question number 1. So we're looking for the odd one out. So we're going to be looking for things like shape, size, number of corners, what types of shapes, what colour the shapes are, lots of different features. So we've got A, which is a black circle inside a big circle. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon, small hexagon inside a bigger hexagon, small square inside a bigger square, small triangle inside a bigger triangle, and a small square inside a circle. So hopefully you will have spotted that E is the only shape where the inside shape is different from the outside shape. So A, B, C, and D all have the same shapes inside as they do outside, whereas E is different. So well done if you got that right. Now, question number 2. So in each of these, we have 3 shapes: a triangle, a circle, and a square. And that's actually the same in all of these, A, B, C, D, and E. So we need to look a bit more closely. Now we can see that from each triangle here, from the triangle here, there's 2 straight lines coming down. From this triangle in B, there's 2 straight lines coming down. From this triangle in C, it's the same. This triangle here is different because it's got 1 straight line and 1 wiggly line. So we need to go to E to decide if that's the only one who does that, or if that's something that is in more than one shape. So if we go to E, we see that no, E also has 2 straight lines. So we can see here that D is the only one where the triangle has a wiggly line coming out of it as well as a straight line. So that'll be the odd one out. The wiggly line should go between the square and the triangle each time, the square and the circle each time, sorry. Okay, question number 3. So we can see 5 different shapes here that seem to be symmetrical. That's what I feel when I first look at them, that they all have a line of symmetry. But now I've spotted that C is not symmetrical, because here we have a 5-pointed star and here it's a 4-pointed star, so that's not symmetrical, whereas all the other shapes have a line of symmetry going through the middle. So the answer to number 3 is C. Well done if you got that right. Question 4. So we've got 2 rectangles in each shape. Here they're horizontal, in B they're vertical, C horizontal, D horizontal, E vertical. So it can't be the direction of the rectangles. Here we've got 3 shaded water droplets and 3 shaded lines. Here we have 3 white hearts and 3 white lines. Here we have 3 white droplets and 3 white lines. Here we have 3 white droplets and 3 black lines. And here 3 black hearts, 3 black lines. So I can see that in D, the colour of the droplets are not the same as the colour of the lines, whereas in all the other shapes, they are the same colour. So the answer is D. Number 5, I can see that they are pentagons and they're all the same size. I can see that each one has a circle inside. 3 of them are shaded and 2 of them are black, so that can't be the odd feature out. And each one also has an arrow. So the only thing remaining for me to look at is the direction of the arrows. So we've got, it seems that the point of the arrows are all in different positions. There's not one that stands out. So the direction of the arrow here, we are going anti-clockwise. Here it's going clockwise. Here it's anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. So actually B is the only shape in which the arrow is pointing to it going as if it's going in a clockwise direction. So well done if you got that one right. Okay, number 6. So we seem to have lots of triangles here, and they're not identical triangles. They've all got a line on one of their angles. Now straight away I can notice that D, the line is actually at the bottom here, whereas on the other ones they are at the top. So unless I can spot anything else that stands out massively, I think that that must be the odd one out. So it must be D, because that line goes across the bottom angle instead of the top angles. Okay, number 7. So we've got 2 shapes joined up. The first shape is shaded and the second shape is white. And that's the same for all of these, so nothing standing out at the moment. Seems to be quite a mix of different shapes actually, so it's not as if one of them stands out because of the shapes. So we need to look a little bit closer. So now I can see they're all shaded with lines. So I'm going to look at the direction of the lines. So these ones are coming from the top left to the bottom right, this direction. These ones are going bottom left to top right. So are these. So are these. So it could be this. Let's look at the last one. So we get to the last one and we see that that's also the same as the first one. So it can't be the direction of lines. So another feature I'm going to look at now is the number of corners. So it's important to look at all the different things that make these examples different. So if I'm going to look at the number of sides or number of corners, this is a hexagon, so this has 6 sides. And we've got the square with 4, triangle with 3, hexagon with 6, square with 4, triangle with 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a pentagon, triangle, another pentagon, and a square. So is there anything here? I wonder if I can spot anything here. So we've got 6 and 4, 3 and 6, 4, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4. Aha. So what I can notice now is that the larger number of the 2 is on the left. The larger number of 2 is on the left. The larger number is on the left, except for B. In B, we see that actually the smaller number is on the left. So in A, C, D, and E, the shape with the greater number of sides is the one that's got the lines going through it and on the left. Whereas in B, the odd one out, the shape on the right, which is white, has the greater number of sides. Brilliant. Okay, so on to question 8. Right, so with question 8, I can see that all these little black shapes are all the same. They're all hexagons. The lines are all various sizes, but there's not one that particularly stands out. So I'm going to start counting now. So we've got 2 hexagons, 2 lines in A, 3 hexagons, 3 lines in B, 3 and 3 in C, 2 2 and 3 in D. So we've got 2 lines, 3 hexagons. And in E, there's 4 of each. So actually, that one's quite straightforward. D is the answer because the number of lines does not match the number of hexagons. Great. So number 9. So we've got 2 squares stuck together here, and each one contains a square. Well, one's a square and one's a diamond, if we're looking straightening it up. B, we've got 2 triangles with a square and a diamond. Then we've got C and D are rectangles, and E is also triangle. So I'm just having a look to see which one stands out. None of them stand out, so I need to look a bit more carefully. So we've got in A, the black square, and we're calling this one a square and the white one a triangle because of the way that it's the rotation of it compared to the square. So we have to sort of tilt our head to imagine that it's upright. So the black shape is the square. In B, the black shape is the square and the white one is the diamond. If we look at C, tilt your head the other way, we see that the black shape is actually the diamond here and the white one is a square. So we could be onto something. D, the black one is a square. E, the black one is a square, which means that that was correct. So C is the odd one out because the black shape is a diamond and not a square. Of course, that's only in relation to the bigger shape. Otherwise, it's just the same shape rotated, but that one is the odd one out. And last of all, we've got number 10. So here I can spot a couple of things. So in B, I can see that it's probably half the shape is shaded. Same with C, but not quite with E. E would probably be about there. So it can't be to do with symmetry. So let me just get rid of that. So it's not that. In D, it's smaller than half of the shape. In A, the shaded bit is more than half the shape. So now maybe let's look. And in all of them, we've got 1 shaded part and 2 white parts. So now I'm going to look at the number of sides and see if there's anything there. So here we've got 5 sides on the shaded part. We've got 3 white and 3 in that one. Here we've got 3 sides, and 4 sides. Got trapezium there. Here we've got parallelogram. That's 4 sides. And the white ones all seem to be 3 so far. So let's see if that's consistent. And then we've got 4 here. 3, 3, and 4. Right, there we go. So by doing that, we can now easily identify the odd one out. And the odd one out is A, because the shaded shape has 5 sides, whereas in all the other shapes, it has 4. And of course, the white shapes are all the same, they're all triangles. Okay, so well done. Leave your comments below and let me know what your score was if you want to, you don't have to. And also let me know what the pace was like. So did I go through it too quickly or too slowly? Did I explain enough? Just give me some feedback so that I can make these videos better and better for you, so I can help you the best that I can. Okay, lots of love to everyone. Bye.